It's Wednesday. Have a great Wednesday, and we'll see you again tomorrow morning.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Fox 5 on Fox Local. I'm Alex Whitler, and I'm really excited to be here with you at this hour, helping to launch this new streaming platform. We understand that the news can feel a little bit stuffy, very serious, so this is an opportunity for us to have a regular conversation. So I'm excited to say that we are streaming to you now on the free Fox Local app that is available for your smartphones and streaming devices. Hello to those of you who are watching us on fox5atlanta.com, and even those of you who are watching on our YouTube channel. That's what makes this a conversation. We're able to see some of your comments in real time. So I'm excited to start this as we try to get a better sense of the kind of stories that you all are interested in. That said, we'll begin this hour with our top story. It's breaking news in Smyrna. Very serious news, too. It's a death investigation, all because of an apartment fire. This happened at the Bella 810 Apartments, which are on Windy Hill Road. We're going to check in now with Fox 5's Kevin Stewart. He should be live there at the scene. Kevin, what have you learned?
Yeah, we're still trying to sort a lot of stuff out here. This is a death investigation, as you noted. And so far, we're waiting to hear back from the police department here because it was actually started with a fire. This was around about 4:15. Smyrna Fire say they got a call about an apartment on fire. This unit back here on the first floor, the building 11. When they got here, they put out the fire, but a body, an unidentified body, and right now they say they don't know if this is a man or a woman. But after talking to several witnesses in the area this morning, we found something that was very interesting. Police did say that they thought, I should say fire said they suspicious, but didn't say why. On something that was particularly interesting. I'm going to walk you across the way over to this apartment. Take a look at this door here. Above the lock, you should see what would be a doorbell camera. That's been ripped off. And see, even if you take a look upstairs here on the second floor, another apartment which had a doorbell camera that was ripped off. One neighbor who lived across the street from this building said a neighbor who lived here said that they got a call saying a noisy going on. A doorbell was ripped off, and then they found out that there was a fire. That neighbor believes all of this is connected. Take a listen.
So when I got the text at 4 o'clock from my friend that he was like, it's some unusual activity with his doorbell camera. Someone has snatched the doorbell camera off. Now, mind you, this is like 4:20, something around that time in the morning. Right after that, I wake up and I get the text message like at 5. I look at my phone and I'm like, dude, you're saying the building is on fire. So from your doorbell being snatched to all of a sudden now apartment is on fire. That just seems very weird. And then I later found out that not only his doorbell, the doorbell upstairs was also stolen as well. And just the fact that that timing and having a fire and, you know, this woman being deceased happening like that, I really think it's some foul play involved. We've never had an incident like this in our community.
Now, you heard him say that this was a woman who was killed in this incident, but it's not official at this point. We need to hear back from Smyrna police, who have now taken over. We have police investigators walk this scene, get the door to a tree line back here looking for, but that's what we know right now, Alex.
Yeah, Kevin, your microphone is glitching just a little bit, but you're getting such good information that I'm going to try to continue to have this conversation with you. You know, we've covered a lot of apartment fires lately. Typically, we cover those in the winter months when people might be trying to heat their homes with either an oven, which we do not advise doing, by the way, or a plug-in heater. But what's interesting about this case that you just broke down for us is the fact that neighbors are saying something doesn't feel right. They suspect foul play. There was a recent incident not too long ago in which someone was caught on camera starting a fire. So what are the neighbors saying to you as you're out there getting information? Are they saying they think that someone did this on purpose, is to try to cover this up, or they just wonder what this could have been about?
Well, here's the thing. The two neighbors that I have talked to say that the woman who lives in this apartment has lived here less than a year, 7, 8 months. Don't really know her very well, just kind of high by sort of thing. But say she doesn't really have a whole lot of company. That's who they believe died in the fire, but we don't know that for certain. What is particularly interesting about what the two neighbors we talked to, is that they believe that the fact that moments before there was a report of a fire, you had two apartments doorbells or some type of doorbell camera that was ripped off of their doors. They think to conceal whatever happened. We don't know this, and that's something that we're hoping that police can kind of piece together, because we did see police this scene walking by the door, walking by the tree over here. Saw a couple investigators come over here, take pictures here, knock on the door. Someone here and had left and didn't want to talk to us. Walk back along the tree looking for something, but right now we don't know exactly what they were looking for. Typical evidence, I would imagine, looking for anything that they can kind of piece this off. Alex?
Yeah, and we don't want to speculate in these situations naturally. I've been telling everyone that this newscast allows us to sort of peel back that layer and let people in on our news gathering efforts. But I do appreciate you, Kevin, explaining that you're talking with neighbors. You are still giving investigators space to do their jobs and keep looking into this. So we look forward to hearing more from you and the 4 o'clock news hour. Hopefully investigators will be able to tell you a little bit more without hindering their investigation into what the camera situation might have been about. We appreciate it, Kevin. Thank you.
The update.
So we do have some more difficult news to share with you all this afternoon. This is an apparent murder-suicide involving a family from Johns Creek. Would you listen to these details? A mother and her daughter, who was only 15, were found dead in their home. Apparently, the father shot and killed them and then turned the gun on himself. I wanted to try to prepare you all by saying this is difficult news. We're being respectful of this family because this young teenager was a sophomore at Pisgah. So we want to turn now to Lindsay Tuman, who has been staying on top of this story for us all morning long. Lindsay, what's the very latest?
Yeah, good morning to you, Alex. Well, right now, Johns Creek police are trying not to release too many details about the scene and their investigation out of respect to the family, who is clearly mourning this very difficult and shocking loss, and also because this case does remain under investigation. What we have learned from the police department is that this started as a welfare check. Their officers reported to a home on Glen Castle Court in the St. Ives neighborhood at around 4:15 on Sunday afternoon. And when those officers went inside, it was to make that really grueling discovery of a teenager and her parents, all unfortunately dead. Now, officers say at this point it appears James Choi killed his wife, Myung, and their 15-year-old daughter, Grace, then took his own life. And again, police not releasing many details about the scene at this time, just because it is a case that remains under investigation and because of how sensitive this topic is. But this is what we know. And at this point, we also know that Grace was a sophomore at Mount Pisgah School as well. And that has really come as a shock to the community. We spoke with parents whose students were in class with Grace. They were shocked to hear these tragic details, and many of them say it's something that they're really going to have to cope with as a community and also help their students work through their grief now as well, if we want to take a listen.
I'm sending a lot of blessings and prayers to their family because I can't believe this is happening.
For you to take your own kid's life, I'm thinking that there's a lot more happening that we don't know about the mental state of a lot of people.
Yeah, and Mount Pisgah released a statement talking about how devastating the loss is to the school community, how they're helping their students work through their grief and trying to be there as a support system during this very difficult time, work through a loss that is truly unimaginable for so many of these young people. And this is something that's being echoed across the community right now. In fact, the Johns Creek Police Department also released a statement saying that it's not just the neighbors and family who are grieving during this time, it's really the entire community. And I spoke briefly with the public information officer here at Johns Creek Police Department as well, and she also echoed how difficult this case has been for those officers, those who had to go inside and of course see that terrible side, and those who continue working this case, trying to get answers for family, and some answers that they'll just never have, unfortunately. But an active investigation, one that has certainly touched so many lives across this community. Alex.
Lindsay, it really is another example of how you never know what's going on in people's lives. Just from the outside looking in, we're seeing aerial images of a beautiful home. We know Johns Creek is a gorgeous area, one of the most affluent in our neck of the woods. And you can't help but wonder what was happening behind closed doors. And our hearts do break for that family. Thank you. I do also want to remind you all that this is a conversation. You are watching the 11 a.m. stream on Fox Local. I say it's a conversation because I'm watching your comments in real time on our Fox 5 Atlanta YouTube channel. I'm seeing some of you all responding. You're feeling for this family. People are giving prayer emojis. They're commenting how sad, and they're saying that this world is getting crazy. So we appreciate you watching on all platforms, not just here on the free Fox Local app at fox5atlanta.com, but also on YouTube. I do want to pivot, though, and start to focus on our weather, because that's something that we all want to know about. How hot is it going to be today, or not is it going to be today? Let's check in now with Fox 5 Storm Team meteorologist Jonathan Stacy. I want to do a quick pulse check to see if we're able to hear you. Hi, Jonathan.
Hey,
how are
Alex,
you?
Can
I
you
hear you
me?
loud and clear. Perfect.
Good morning to you. We're starting out with a bit of kind of a bipolar weather pattern this morning. It depends on where you're located, because if you're up in North Georgia, you're like, I don't know anything about the sunshine that you're talking about here in Atlanta and on the south side. Depending on where you're at here in Atlanta, you're like, what do you mean we're going to get some rain, or there's a potential?
Yeah.
So it's pretty much basically we're kind of split in half in terms of the weather story. Now, what is generally the same no matter where you go are the temperatures. Right now here in Atlanta, we're at 77 degrees across the area. Go up to Blairsville, 66 degrees there. Temperatures, not really the big story of the day, because they're going to continue to remain below average even as we climb into the lower 80s. In terms of Fox 5 Live Hyper Radar, we have showers stretching from I-75 as you move out of Gordon County into portions of Gilmore County, as also Pickens County in the mix as well. Those of you in Murray getting some relief, but still dealing with some downpours there in Woodfield counties. And then we have a few showers that are rolling over the northeast Georgia mountains, anywhere from Rabun County going to the east and out to the west there over Towns County. In fact, Blairsville getting a shower there. We'll take you out to Creek Golf Course there, where you can see there's a few drops on the camera's lens there, indicating that it's not ideal conditions for golfing at this moment, but nonetheless, that's been the area that we've been focusing on really all week long to get series of showers, and that's what they are. They're not downpours, they're not storms for sure, they're just passing showers. They don't last long, but they do definitely put some gloom and doom in the air. Here at home in Atlanta, things are looking fairly nice, bright and sunny. A few clouds in the sky, but we'll call it mostly sunny skies at this hour. Winds coming in out of the south will aid and abet a pretty nice warm up today. Yesterday and the day before, we were still trying to dig our way out the 60s. Well, we've done that by and large today already. We're at 77 degrees, and so the 80s are up next, and we'll likely put a high of around 83 degrees on the board before we close things down for a Wednesday. In terms of the forecast, your hour by hour look here shows that a couple cells may drift as far south as the top end of 975. A few spot showers here and there across northeast Georgia. That's the common theme. But this model is also suggesting that there could be some action that tries to pipe up as we head to bed tonight, even as far as the south side rolling across I-85, I-75, even the metro area joining the conversation around 11 o'clock tonight. So don't think you're crazy if you're hearing something fall from the sky, even as you try to head to bed. You can see here now, Thursday morning, you're waking up to showers again across the foothills and into the northeast Georgia mountains. So it's pretty much the same song and dance, a repeat rinse and repeat scenario. But we're going to cut off the atmospheric faucet, at least temporarily, by Friday. Rain chances spiking as we get into Saturday afternoon and evening. So here's the big picture. High pressure, we're going to shove that out, and we're going to start to see that winds are going to start to move in from the south. And with that, we're going to add some Gulf and Atlantic moisture, and that will be something that this front will try to play off of on Thursday when it comes through. However, that front pretty much just eludes us, and then things calm down. But that calm down is a bit of a trick, if you will. It's not anything that's going to last long. It's very temporary. We have another front that wants to come through as we get into the weekend that first wants to bring us some rain, and then behind it, after it brings rain and showers for your Saturday afternoon and evening, it's going to try to bring some cooler air, but it's going to also carry with it a solid dose of cloud cover. That said, I want you to start looking at Saturday for potential impacts to any outdoor events that you may have in terms of needing to avoid shower activity and maybe some thunderstorms. In terms of the rainfall amounts, they're fairly meager. I think the models are still trying to adjust to the fact, or accept the fact, that we will likely have some rain on Saturday. It was looking like a dry weekend a couple days ago, but that has changed over the past 48 hours. And now we're going to get something from the atmosphere, but there's not a lot of moisture to work with in general. So it looks like your rainfall amounts will be around 1/100 of an inch the further south you go. Better amounts as you climb to the north, where you already have had enough rain this week so far. We'll add some more to the bucket, maybe 1/4 of an inch or maybe up to 1/2 inch when it's all said and done. So let's take a look at your Fox 5 Storm Team 7-day forecast. We'll keep tomorrow and today rather calm, and in some places cloudy with a few passing showers. Temperatures still below average over the next 2 days, and then by Friday temperatures spike. We'll go for 91 and 90 for Friday, Saturday respectively. Hotter than average for this time of the year. The average temperature is around 87 degrees, so we'll outdo that by 3-4 degrees. And then there will be a dose of humidity to add to the mix. Therefore, it may feel like it's around 95 on Friday. So High Five Sports, you won't have the issue of rain and storms, but the issue that you may have is just that it's still so warm outside, even around kickoff during the 7 o'clock hour. By Saturday, if there are events going on in the afternoon and the evening, you'll be looking up to the north and to the west, watching those clouds start to drift down to the ground and likely give us some heavy doses of rainfall and maybe a few spokes of lightning. That said, if you're going out to UGA, that's where your problems may lie in terms of disruptive storm activity as we bring college football to town once more. By Sunday, you can see here, we've showed all that action out of here and things are starting to brighten up, but also cooling down. That cool down does not come by way of clear conditions. It looks like next week is going to be a bit of a mess with clouds sticking around and intermittent showers continuing to be a theme in the forecast. Alex?
Okay, that's great to know, Jonathan. The rain isn't always a bad thing, so we appreciate your time as always. We'll check back in with you a little bit later on in this streaming newscast. And we certainly hope you all will stay with us, because still to come, we've got lots to talk about. First of all, we know 9/11 is coming up, and that is why we're going to be talking with a local organization that's getting ready to honor first responders as we approach that very somber day. Plus, we're going to get into all that drama over the Fulton County Election Board. Commissioners are expected to vote today on those 2 GOP seats that have led to quite the legal battle. So stay with us. We'll be right back. streaming on the free Fox Local app, fox5atlanta.com, and even on our YouTube channel. Thank you again for being here. Hey, here's a kind of fun story this afternoon. Everyone loves their furry friends, right? And America loves baseball. So you combine one love with another love, and what do you get? A whole bunch of love. So let's check in now with Eli Jordan, who is talking about Wet Nose Wednesday. Eli, it's good to see you. You've really piqued my interest here. I've been to plenty of restaurants where people can bring their dogs and people love to rub on their little furry friends. But what is this about?
Get some peanuts and doggy snacks, and Clyde here. He doesn't care if he ever gets really that fat or anything. Yes, it's Wet Nose Wednesday here at Coolray Field, Alex. And the Gwinnett Stripers are playing the Durham Bulls tonight in a 7-game series, which started Sunday. And the Gwinnett Stripers are down 1 game, and they pick it up another game tonight on Wet Nose Wednesday at 7:05. And I got us.
Oh, it looks like you're paused there, Eli. I'm not sure if you can still hear me, but I do see a shot of you. We know that you were having a great time over there at Coolray Field. It sounds like you guys are going to have an opportunity to watch some baseball with your dog. And if I were you, I would take advantage of that opportunity. I want to keep checking the pulse, seeing if Eli can hear us. If not, that's completely okay, because as I've mentioned, this is a free-flowing conversation. That's what makes this 11 a.m. newscast so unique, so different. If you're familiar, you might have seen us on Fox 5 Atlanta or on fox5atlanta.com. This specific program is meant to be an opportunity for us to have a regular conversation. To get a better idea of what you all are interested in, I'm popping on over to our YouTube page where I'm able to see people's comments. If you give me a moment, I'm just going to read some of these. It looks like people are saying it's a beautiful day to get out and take advantage, not just of the baseball, but also the good weather so they can pick up a Powerball ticket. Maybe we'll have time to talk about that in a bit. But let's check in one more time and see if Eli can hear me. Eli, how you doing? How's our connection?
Hey, I am good. Sorry about that. That was my fault. I had a little technical mishap here. It doesn't help when the camera comes disconnected from your battery.
Hey, it's okay.
So, but yes, I'm out here at Coolray Field. It's Wet Nose Wednesday, and I do have Clyde out here. He's excited about Wet Nose Wednesday, and I'm also here with the manager of public relations, Dave Lazat. Correct?
That's right.
And so, tell me, Dave, tell me about Wet Nose Wednesday. I mean, people could come out here. You get a little cut rate for the price. I mean, $14 to sit out here on the I call it a grassy knoll, but it's
we call it the bank. We've been doing it since 2019. Like you said, $14 to come sit out here. Dogs are free with a paid owner on the bank. So every Wednesday, whether it's a day game, night game, bring your dog out here. Enjoy Gwinnett Stripers baseball from this spacious grassy area of the ballpark. Fans have loved it for the last several years, like I said. We've got a great ticket package as well that you can get for $20. You can upgrade, get yourself a ticket to the berm area here. You also get a hot dog and a Stripers branded chew toy for dogs as well. So very cool thing we call the doggy bag pack.
And it looks like that if somebody hits a home run out here, some dogs might have an opportunity to go catch the ball themselves and grab it, right?
They have, and they have in the past. We've seen it happen before. This is definitely home run territory here at Coolray Field. Actually, last Wet Nose Wednesday, we saw a ball for a ground rule double that bounced off the warning track, and there was a dog right over this way that ran right up, got it, and never gave it back.
So it's $14 to get out here, and what do you call this area again?
We call it the bank.
The bank. Out here on the bank, $14. But if you pay $20, you get out here on the bank a hot dog and a little doggy bone for Clyde, correct?
That is right.
You get one of these little doggy bones right here. I'm going to give that to Clyde. Ooh, yeah. See, and that's really worth it right there, Alex, is to get your doggy a little treat, come out here. And they do this every Wednesday. And this week, Alex, they have this series runs through Sunday with Durham Bulls. And I was supposed to say Bull Durham, but that's a different thing. And then they go to Nashville for a week, and then they come back for their final week of play. And who are you guys playing again?
We'll play the Indianapolis Indians, the Pittsburgh Pirates AAA affiliate, from September 16th through the 21st to end our 2025 regular season.
So You heard that, Alex. They got just a couple more weeks. And you got
Okay.
one more after this Wednesday, after tonight. You got one more Wednesday, which will be a noon game in 2 weeks. But tonight, come on out at 7:50. The Durham Bulls are playing. They're ahead 1 game right now in this 7-game series. It runs through Sunday. But if you want to come on out, bring your doggy. You can surprise your dog and say, "Hey, you want to go with me to the game?" He's a good boy, Clyde.
Yes.
He's a little good boy. And real quick, if people want more information, Dave, what's your website address?
GoStripers.com. You can find out all of our promotions there, see our full remaining schedule, get tickets there, everything that you would ever want to find out about the Stripers at GoStripers.com.
GoStripers.com, and you can get more information if you want to, have your dog out here. And, your dog's allowed to run around out here on the bank, hang out. And, Clyde is with Stephanie, and Stephanie works with the team. But, Clyde has been out here. He was hung out before. Hey, Clyde.
We're
like
not
baseball?
worried about him, and he's not worried about us. He's like, look,
He's
man,
a
I'm
good
out
boy.
here with my
So
squeaky
everybody
toy.
bring the good boy out here. Yeah, he's got a
Yeah.
squeaky toy. Everybody, all the doggies that come out here can get a squeaky toy. If you pay your $20, and you can get a hot dog. And you can eat the hot dog yourself or feed it to your dog. But yeah, come on out here. It is Wet Nose Wednesday with the doggies out at Coolray Field with the Gwinnett Stripers.
A
7:05
hot dog
tonight
with your
against
dog.
the
I love it.
Durham
I love it.
Bulls.
Thank you so much, Eli. We appreciate you and your flexibility. Oh my gosh, you were so quick to fix that mic issue. We really appreciate your time as always, and for letting us see a cute little fuzzy friend on our screens at 11 o'clock
That's a
in the
beautiful
morning.
dog. This is Clyde.
Yeah, Clyde, great to meet you. All right, Eli, we'll see you a bit later. We do hope you guys will stay with us because while that was cute and all, we do have some serious news to get into, like what's going on in Fulton County. The commissioners are set to vote today on those 2 GOP seats for the Fulton County Election Board. Stay with us. Fox 5's Tyler Fingert is going to break down every single detail for you when we come back. Welcome back to Fox 5 on Fox Local. I'm Alex Whitler. It's a pleasure to be here with you. I do want to focus now on what's going on in Fulton County because as soon as this afternoon, Fulton County's Board of Commissioners could vote on 2 Republican nominees for the Fulton County Election Board. And the board has already said no before, I want to say in a 5-2 vote, and that sparked this legal battle over these 2 seats. Literal lawsuits here. So we're checking in now with Fox 5 Tyler Fingert because commissioners have this on their agenda, but it sounds like some of them, Tyler, have already said, I don't plan on voting for this. Let's listen in.
Yeah, Alex, good morning to you. Today will be the third time that Fulton County Commissioners will have the opportunity to vote on these two Republican election board nominees. I mean, take a look behind me. This is the assembly room here in Fulton County. This is where the meeting's been going on for about an hour and a half at this point. Right now, public comment is going on. They're still hearing from different speakers in the community who are talking about different things, including these election board nominees. The meeting got underway at 10 a.m. this morning. Again, those nominees have been at the center of a legal battle between the county and the Republican Party. A judge imposed civil contempt sanctions against the commission for defying a court order to seat them. The fine is $10,000 a day until the nominees are approved, but the judge has put that order on hold pending an appeal. Democratic commissioners voted in May and in August not to approve the appointments of Republican nominees Julie Adams and Jason Frazier, saying their past actions made them unsuitable nominees for the county election board. The county Republican Party then sued, seeking to force the appointments of their nominees. Adams has served on the election board since February 2024. She abstained from certifying primary election results last year and unsuccessfully sued the election board, seeking a ruling saying county officials can refuse to certify elections. As for Frazier, he has formally challenged the eligibility of thousands of Fulton County voters. Republicans say both are doing vital jobs to protect the integrity of our elections. Earlier this month, the Fulton County judge ruled that the law does not give commissioners the discretion to reject qualified nominees proposed by political parties and ordered the commissioners to appoint the nominees. The Democratic commissioners maintain that while they are required to appoint nominees from each party, they are not required to simply rubber stamp any nominee that is put forth. They are also appealing the judge's ruling, ordering them to make the appointments. We have heard from a number of people during public comment today. And we also were able to pull aside Chairman Rob Pitts a short time ago. Take a listen to what both sides are saying, plus Chairman Pitts.
Tyler, I just want to give you a heads up. We don't have that quote, but I would still love to hear what he spoke with you about. Can you give us a recap?
Okay, so what Chairman Pitts was telling us about 15, 20 minutes ago when we were able to pull him aside during that public comment, he was saying that essentially the commissioners have three options today. Those options include basically tabling this because there is an appeal in the works, meaning they want to wait and see what happens with that. That's what he is advocating for. That the other options are obviously you can either approve or not approve. And so we'll have to wait and see what happens. We've heard from a number of people today, also just from the community, different folks, whether they were from the Democratic Party, some state representatives were here. We also heard just from regular citizens. I will say that the vast majority of the people who did speak today from when I was in the meeting room was against the approval of these nominees, but we did hear from at least a few people who say that these two nominees should be approved, Alex.
It'll be interesting to see what, if anything, comes out of that this afternoon. I keep seeing in my emails information from Marvin Arrington. He released a statement saying he doesn't plan on moving forward with a vote for these two GOP nominees. There's just always some sort of news coming out of Fulton County, and I know you're going to stay on top of it. Thank you for giving us the inside baseball, showing us the chamber there. We look forward to seeing a full-fledged report on Fox 5 News at 4 o'clock. Thank you again for your time, Tyler. Okay, we've still got lots to talk about this afternoon, or late morning, as I should put it. I remember telling you all about how 9/11 is coming up, and there are several local organizations that are going to find ways to honor not just the victims, but the first responders and their families. We're going to speak with some local organizations ahead of one on the other side of this. Be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to Fox 5 on Fox Local. I'm Alex Whitler. It's great to be here with you all. We are starting this section of news talking about a good cause, an organization that has been really supporting not just 9/11 victims, but also first responders and their families. So I want to bring in our next guest, who's Dan Haar. It's great to see you, Dan. Thank you so much for your time. He's with Atlanta's 9/11 Memorial Ride. So listen up, you guys. If you have a Jeep, a car, motorcycle, truck, you're going to want to join in on this. Dan, take the floor. Tell us about this.
Well, this evolved several years ago. I supported Tunnel to Towers for a number of years, and this evolved the way it is now in 2021, I believe it was, after the two deputies in Cobb County were killed in the line of duty. And we broadened it to support the families of local fallen first responders as well as Tunnel to Towers. So we've been raising money every year and giving fairly decent checks to those families. We run the event as close to 9/11 as we can, but on a Saturday, so we can make sure to get as many participants there as possible.
Sure.
We want, as you say, motorcycles, Jeeps, cars, trucks, slingshots, classic cars. Everybody is welcome to participate in this. We're going to have live music starting at about 1:30. Registration on site for the ride is starting at 9 a.m. Saturday morning. However, if you want to pre-register and save yourself the lines on Saturday, go to our website at www.911memorialride.org and click on the registration button. Pre-registration closes this afternoon at 5 p.m. So if you want to pre-register, get in there and do it now.
Yeah, I sure wouldn't want to be standing out there in a line. I don't know anybody who enjoys standing outside in hot weather in a line. But Dan, there's a lot more I want to talk with you about. I remember talking about how this is taking place at a Harley Davidson. That brings back some fond memories because, fun fact, my dad used to take us to a Harley Davidson every Sunday back in the day after church, and we would get one of their free hot dogs. So it sounds like this is just one of those environments. Just bring your family, have a good time. Which Harley Davidson is it at?
It's Southern Devil Harley Davidson, located in Cartersville. I'm not sure the address right off the top of my head, but it's on 411 North, just north of Highway 20. And yeah, it is one of those events. Harley Davidson is great at putting on these types of events, and they've been so supportive of us. Shout out to Militia, who's our helper up there at Harley Davidson. They've been phenomenally supportive of us for the years that we've been doing it there. And we look forward to a continuing long relationship with them. Now, this also incorporates a motorcycle, car, Jeep, truck ride through Gordon, Pickens, Cherokee, and Bartow counties. We've got about a 70-mile route that we take.
Oh, wow.
The route, you can see the route up on the website under schedule and location. There's a link there to show you the route. And it's just through North Georgia, and it's a beautiful run.
Tell me some more, though, about how this got started, because I know that it was around the 20th anniversary of 9/11 that you first started to put this organization together. But how did it really divulge into something else?
Well, again, you know, I've supported Tunnel to Towers. I've got friends who ride bikes. I've got friends who are, well, I'm a veteran. I'm a Navy veteran.
Thank you for your
So
service.
we support, thank you. We support veterans causes. We support law enforcement. So this just sort of evolved out of that connection. And, you know, when we see local fallen first responders, families, and how they're suffering as a result of the loss of their loved one, we thought, how can we do, or what can we do to help support them? This year, unfortunately, we have three that we're supporting. The family of Jeremy Labonte, who is Roswell PD, the family of Helio Garcia, who was South Fulton PD, and the family of David Rose, who was DeKalb County PD. So I believe it was David. Anyway,
that's correct. It is
we
David.
we want to support their families this year, and because there's unfortunately three this year, we need to raise extra money, which means we need you. We need you to come and help support us.
Yes. We so appreciate that. And we know that many people in the community remember those unfortunate law enforcement deaths vividly. So this is an opportunity for them to feel as though they are involved, like they're giving back to their community. That's a very big deal. We don't have a lot of time before I give us to this quick pause, but I want to just read something from your website that I thought was touching. It says, while we will continue putting some of the proceeds into escrow in the event of another law enforcement officer death, this is the part that got me. We pray that those funds are never used. That is a very beautiful way of putting it.
That's exactly right. And that's our deepest prayer. We don't want to see any more law enforcement lost. And we pray every day that we don't have to deal with it.
Again, Dan Haar, we appreciate your time. And I anticipate there's going to be a very large turnout for this event. Thanks.
We're hoping so. And thanks to you, it's probably going to happen.
I think
Thank you,
so.
Alex.
Thank you. Well, we hope you'll stay with us because we've still got to talk about weather and quite a bit of news. We'll see you soon. Welcome back to Fox 5 on Fox Local. I know we've covered quite a bit of news this hour. Hi, by the way, I'm Alex Whitler. But we've got some fun stuff to talk about. So how many of you have been driving around the Buckhead area and you've seen this sign that says Sloomoo? And if you've wondered what that is, we finally have an answer for you. And we sent our own Paul Milliken to go check it out. Enjoy.
3, 2, 1. Oh, that was so good. Wait, you have to leave the countdown on that, and you saw the whole thing. That was so good. Okay, Karen, a.k.a. Kurun. Wait, do it again. That was amazing. You are the bubble master here. You are like a magician with this slime. Now the pressure's on. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Yeah! That was so good. Okay, now do your favorite little thing. I love this. You drop the slime in there, and it kind of looks like little tornadoes in there. Joanne Feldman, we're doing a weather experiment right now. Of course, we are hanging out at Sloomoo Institute Atlanta, which is home to a brand new exhibit all about slime mold. Now, we have told the folks this morning what slime mold is several times, but in case somebody's just waking up, what is slime mold?
Slime mold is not slime and it's not mold, so you don't need to make a yucky face.
Okay.
It is a single-celled organism that has no brain, but it can map really complicated mazes to find food. It communicates with other slime molds.
Amazing.
And they form communities in their hunt for food.
So it really is sort of a perfect thing to expose people to here, because it's like the qualities we all want: communication, teamwork, finding food.
Finding food. And really, we brought it here because we're also about STEM and science and learning while you're playing.
Yeah.
So you jump on lily pads and it ignites light that shoots up the stem of the slime molds, and each different stem is a different color. And the idea is that all people jump on different bases in order to meet their lights at the top.
I love that. So good teamwork. Let's see if we can be part of the team. Okay, so we're going to walk around the corner. This is the exhibit, Lou Moosh's Magnificent Slime Mold. Now, wait a minute. Who's Lou Moosh?
Lou Moosh is one of our characters who loves slime molds.
Oh, I love that. And here we go. Jump, jump, jump. So you notice every one of our friends here is jumping on a lily pad, and it's making the stems light up, and they're meeting in the middle. Unfortunately for me, we've got one empty lily pad, so I guess I'm getting on. All right, everybody, let's do it. Let's jump, let's jump, let's jump, let's jump. And there's one over here that Karen or Karoon is hitting, and this is for people who maybe are in a wheelchair or have mobility issues, right?
So this is for accessibility.
That's so great. I love that that one is there. Keep jumping. Let's do it. Make it light up. We are lighting up Lou Moosh's Magnificent Slime Mold. By the way, on the wall right there, that's actually what a slime mold looks like. So that's what you're replicating right now. Come on, keep moving. Go. Now, ladies, Bliss and Blythe are really slacking off. I want to see that jump. Come on. I want to see. Very good. Very good. Now, do I see someone taking a nap back here or what? Pick it up. Pick it up. Come on. Pick it up. Karen, pick it up. Let's go. Coach Paul Milliken here. Have fun, everybody. This is SLU Moo Institute Atlanta.
Paul has too much fun on this job, but we really appreciate it because he really takes us to places, doesn't he? Didn't you feel like you were there? Thank you, Paul. We do want to focus your attention now, though, on a meeting that the president is having right now with Poland's president. Let's see if we can listen in.
Situation. We gave him everything over and over again, more and more and more, and nobody's ever satisfied. From what I understand, I could check, but from what I understand, thousands of pages of documents have been given. But it's really a Democrat hoax because they're trying to get people to talk about something that's totally irrelevant to the success that we've had as a nation since I've been president. Even if you look at D.C. right now, D.C., it's a totally safe zone. It's called a safe zone. That's a term. It's a term of art. It's a safe zone because it's very safe. You can walk down the street now and nothing's going to happen. No crime, no murders, no nothing. Because we had a lot of problems with certain places, and we still do. All run by Democrats, or for the most part, run by Democrats. So what they're trying to do with the Epstein hoax is get people to talk about that instead of speaking about the tremendous success, like ending 7 wars. I ended 7 wars. Nobody's going to talk about because they're going to talk about the Epstein, whatever. Sure. I understand that we were subpoenaed to give files, and I understand we've given thousands of pages of files. And I know that no matter what you do, it's going to keep going. And I think it's enough because I think we should talk about the greatness of our country and the success that we're having. I think we're probably having, according to what I read, even from 2 people in this room, we're having the most successful 8 months of any president ever. And that's what I want to talk about. That's what we should be talking about, not the Epstein hoax.
When you make a decision on your mind, Mr. President,
I have no message to President Putin. He knows where I stand, and he'll make a decision one way or the other. Whatever his decision is, we'll either be happy about it or unhappy. And if we're unhappy about it, you'll see things happen.
Venezuela, can you give us a sense of what the U.S. policy or what you're trying to achieve with the aircraft carriers, or the boats, I should say, in near Venezuela, and also the boat that you mentioned yesterday where 11 people were killed? What was found on that boat, and why were the men killed instead of taken into
On the boat, you had massive amounts of drugs. We have tapes of them speaking. There was massive amounts of drugs coming into our country to kill a lot of people. And everybody fully understands that. In fact, you see it. You see the bags of drugs all over the boat. And they were hit. Obviously, they won't be doing it again. And I think a lot of other people won't be doing it again when they watch that tape. They're going to say, let's not do this. We have to protect our country, and we're going to. Venezuela's been a very bad actor. They've been, as you know, they They've been sending millions of people into our country, many of them Tren de Aragua, some of the worst gangs, some of the worst people anywhere in the world in terms of gangs. And we had some in Washington, D.C. We took care of them very quickly, but they're out of here. They've gone. But Venezuela has been very bad, both in terms of drugs and sending some of the worst criminals anywhere in the world into our country. They emptied out, you don't know this, but they emptied out their prisons in Venezuela, and they emptied them out into the United States of America. And that's part of the problem we have. We're getting them out. We're getting them out rapidly, but it's caused a tremendous problem. And Pete and all of the people that are working very hard to rectify the stupidity of the Biden administration, allowing these people to pour into our country with open borders. We are paying a big price as a country for the incompetence of the Biden administration. But think of it, opened up prisons, drug dealers, drug lords, everything coming out of Venezuela, they sent, and we said, we're not going to put up with it anymore. So Venezuela has been one of the worst actors in the whole group, and we have a group of pretty bad actors.
Are you wanting to force the
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. At the end of this month, the government or the Congress has to pass a budget. Do you think we can avoid a government shutdown?
Yeah, I do. I think the Republicans will vote for an extension. We won't have any Democrat votes. We could give the greatest budget ever. Tax cut of 50%, everybody taken care of, perfect for women, perfect for men, perfect for minorities, perfect for everything, and we wouldn't get one vote for the Democrats because they are so deranged. They have Trump derangement syndrome, and I don't want to burn the Republican Party with it. But
you were just
really
listening to a meeting between President Trump and Poland's President Nawrocki. If you were listening closely, you heard there were several off-topic questions mentioned, right? Someone asked about the Epstein files. The president said he's not focused on that right now. He also just said he believes we can avoid a government shutdown. So lots of news happening this late morning as we head on into the afternoon. You can count on Fox 5 to cover it all for you, as we also were just hearing Marjorie Taylor Greene speaking outside of Congress. So lots of news developing at this hour. Look for the latest on Fox 5 News at noon that starts right after this.